Rafat Isawi understands why her son is starving himself, but says watching him waste away has become unbearable. When I saw him as if he was someone who was not alive, a mass of moving bones, a skeleton, she says. The only time she's allowed to see him these days is in court. The last time she tried to touch him, his jailers made clear contact was not allowed. Samer Isawi is on hunger strike because he says he should be a free man. In 2002, an Israeli court convicted him of terrorist charges, including attempted murder and possessing weapons. He was sentenced to 26 years in jail. But in 2011, he was released, one of 1,000 Palestinian prisoners freed in exchange for the release of Israeli soldier Gilad Shalit, who'd been held by Hamas militants in Gaza for 5 years. Freedom that didn't last long. Last year, Isawi was detained for violating his parole by entering the West Bank.
They just say that he entered to the West Bank. That's the only charge that they have, and they want him to stay in prison to complete his sentence, which was 30 years before he was released.
Isawi hasn't eaten solid food for more than 200 days. Doctors say his heart could stop at any moment. He and 3 other prisoners have been on extended hunger strike. Israel has rearrested more than a dozen of the Palestinian prisoners who were part of the Shalit swap, some for parole violations. Many Palestinians say it's a way for Israel to renege on the deal, and protests in support of the prisoners are growing. Besides Isawi, the health of 2 other prisoners on hunger strike is deteriorating fast. Israel says they're being held for security reasons, but the men have yet to be tried. The United Nations and EU say they should be charged or set free. For many weeks, Isawi's neighborhood has been consumed with the case, but they're now hoping international pressure can do what they couldn't, free him and the others on hunger strike. The anger building outside the prison is bubbling in another territory. In Gaza, militants have warned if anything bad happens to the prisoners, if they die, they will open the gates of hell on Israel. The last time they warned of the same, it wasn't rocks, but rockets Israel had to contend with. Sarah Seidner, CNN, Jerusalem.